As the summer period is over and everyone is now either returning to work after their summer vacations, their kids are going back to school, people generally at this time of the year get very focused on their professional goals and their personal goals. And more often than not, they contemplate on whether or not they should hire a coach that would help them towards achieving these goals. But I feel like as individuals, as a society, we don't really have a clear understanding of what a coach actually is or what a coach does. So in this video, even though the title is very controversial, I'm going to give you some reasons as to why coaching may not be the right path for you. So stick around and stay tuned for the rest of this video. My channel, everybody. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Shweta. I'm the founder of Healthy Dynamics. We are a coaching practice that helps healthcare providers from non-English speaking backgrounds become better communicators and more fluent in the English language in order for them to serve their patients better, connect better with them, build trust with them, and excel in their workplace as a person of excellence. So the title of this video obviously sounds quite controversial, and I'm really going to be talking about what coaches do and what coaches don't that's really not what it's the wrong reasons really to get into coaching, and many other things that just to clear up some misunderstandings about what coaching actually is. Now, I'm aware that this is quite different from the other videos that are there on this channel where I talk a lot about healthcare communication and different strategies and different aspects in that space. So I thought, let's just switch gears and do something a little bit different today. And what really inspired me to make this video was actually one of my coaches. Even though I'm talking about coaches in this video, one of my coaches, Sarim Asadi, who's I'm just going to leave his link right here. He mentioned that September to December is quite a profitable period for people who are trying to get into coaching. And it makes sense because majority of the part of the world, summer is over for them, and they return from their vacations, they return from spending quality time with their family, and now they're getting back into the daily grind and really looking at ways in which they can focus on becoming a better version of themselves. Now, some people do this in the start of the year, so usually January 2025. There's nothing wrong in it. There's never a right or wrong time for you to do this. So I thought let's just get into some of the basics about what coaching was back in the day and what it is right now. So back in the day, and still till this day, we have coaches for sports. So whether you play football or tennis or golf, or even when you do Formula One racing, every single professional sports player, till date, they work with a coach, even though they've been in their game for a very, very long time. And as children, when we were doing sports during our school years, we also had coaches at the time. So whatever your choice of sport is, you had a coach that would help you practice and support you in becoming a better player of that sport when you went to sports during the weekend. Now, coaching has now emerged into this big industry where you can get, coaching for anything under the sun. So whether it's about losing weight, whether it's about finding love, whether it's about getting a new job, whether it's about growing your mindset or becoming better with your finances. There is a coach for practically everything that you need help with and you can think of. There will be a coach out there to support you, and I'm no exception. I'm obviously a coach, and what I help people do is become better communicators. When I say people, specifically healthcare providers whose English is not their first language, but they can speak a decent level of English regardless. Now, my definition of what a coach is they are an agent or a catalyst of change. They have by themselves achieved the results that they now are helping the audience, the people that they serve, their clients, to achieve the same thing or similar things. And they're committed to doing that they work very closely with their clients, and they will help them achieve that goal based on what they have done in their past and what their life lessons have taught them. So they very much lead by example, and they really inspire and facilitate that period of transformation or the events of transformation in their clients or whoever they want to work with. So that, in a very simple way, is what a coach is. Now, there is a big There are a lot of videos which you can check out, not on this channel specifically, but anywhere else on YouTube or anywhere. You can check out videos on how coaching, there's a lot of lack ethics, in the coaching space, that people are doing this just for the money, and a lot of fake coaches are out there on Instagram just, shamelessly self-promoting, and all they do is just, they're in it for the money and they just scam people. That's a completely different conversation altogether, which we're not going to get into in this video. If you want more information about that, just do a search on YouTube. I'm sure you'll be able to find information on that. So let's get cracking on what are some of the situations or reasons by which coaching may not be for you. Now, this is not just about you not being the right fit for a specific coach. 100%, that goes without saying. So for example, when I chose both my coaches, so you've got Lydia over here, you've got Sarim, I took a long time in deciding who I wanted to work with. So, and I made sure that they had similar values and principles as me. Their life story was somewhat similar to me, and also not just based on their past testimonials, what they stood for and what they really advocated and promoted. So, and I wanted to be able to see that they were genuine, authentic, and they are very, very committed to getting their clients to a better place. And, I have no regrets about the choice that I made. Both of them have been absolutely incredible in the way that they have sort of supported me and helped me. But I'm also aware that, majority of the work is actually to be done by me. The role of a coach is really to facilitate and inspire and empower the change inside you, but the actual process of making the change has to come from within the client, and hopefully I have done that. So, and they were the right coaches for me. They were a very good match with me, and till date I continue to have a very good relationship with both of them, and I continue to work with them. But I'm not talking about the ones where you are not vibing or matching on this or the same things. That's not what the concept that I'm covering. So I'm just going to look into 4 different points by which coaching may not be something that you are probably not ready for, and probably not the right route for you. So let's get into it. Now, number 1 is that if you want a quick fix without actually doing the work. So normally what would happen is, and I'm going to use an example that I have seen quite frequently, the way when I'm talking to my new followers on LinkedIn, they often say to me that I'm 100% fluent in English, or I have achieved this level in my English. I'm intermediate, I'm advanced or elementary or whatever. So I'm not going to have a problem with communication. That's what they say to me, and they say that I don't think I need help from you on this one. And that's totally fine. But the problem is that just because you are fluent in a language doesn't mean that's going to make you a better communicator. There's a lot of content on my LinkedIn and on YouTube where I've done videos on this, so you can check that out. So what they're essentially doing is every time they've gone for a quick fix, so they've gone and taken, some program on Duolingo, or they work with an English teacher specifically, and there's nothing wrong in that. What they will notice is that every time they go out and start working with a patient, they will run into the same problems over and over again. And this is even though they feel that they have completely mastered the English language, or they're very fluent at it, because they have not really looked into the internal factors behind why they're having a problem with communication overall. So essentially what they've done is just putting a band-aid on a recurring problem. And what they've done is that, okay, I just need help in making my English fluent to go and, clear this exam, go and get this job, excel this interview, go and do this presentation. So they might feel that, okay, so I've done everything, but when it comes to the bigger picture of what they have to do in their jobs every single day, that becomes much more challenging for them. And I'm not saying by any means that, people have to work with me necessarily, but this is where coaching comes into play. So coaches will really help you go back into the past and look at the ways in which your brain has been wired towards, or how you perceive certain things. So whether it's be relationships, whether it be money, whether it be mindset, whether it be your career or whatever. And what they will try to do more often than not, and try and recondition your brain around how you can change your how you perceive those things, and then go back to your past and become more aware of that and get more clarity on why you are the way you are and what change you need to make in order to achieve those goals and receive the results that you want to achieve. The other point is that a lot of clients, now I'm not saying everybody, but a lot of clients feel that because they pay coaches an exorbitant amount of money, they feel entitled to their work, their service, their time, their energy at all times, whereas without them having to do anything. And that's literally not how coaching works. Coaching is it's really 70% of the job has to be done by the client. Our job and role as coaches is really to equip, empower, and facilitate and guide our clients, but not actually do the day-to-day work. Yes, we will support and we will listen, and we will obviously give you advice and give you the confidence that you need. But bulk of the work, even if you pay a lot of money, it has to be done by the client itself. So if you're just wanting a quick fix on your problems without doing a lot of deep inner work, coaching may not be for you. Let's get into the second point now. If you are not willing to invest in yourself. Now, I admit, coaching programs are very, very expensive. My program is no exception, and my coaching program is for very specific premium clients. And some people will look at that and say, oh, what is this going to give me? I can easily get the same results or a similar result by just going to, in my case, a communication. I can just do it, by an online program or like an online course of some sort. And yes, my course is also online. However, a lot of coaching programs, this is the ethically good coaching programs, they will cover things that you faced in your past that have made you what you are today, and what your core values are, what your core beliefs are, and how and why you show up in the world. Why are you not able to get the result that you're aiming for, and what you need to do about it internally within yourself in order to achieve what you desire. So that's why the transformation is what a really good coach will equip and empower you to do. And the return on investment really is how you make it happen. So at the end of the day, coaching is not just for you to tick boxes that I have done this. It's for you to really transform as an individual, regardless of which area you want to do that coaching in. So you want to really change and become a better person. And that really comes with investing in yourself and taking a really good look at yourself, which goes on to the next point, which is if you're unwilling to confront your past or really become much more self-aware of who you are as an individual and what are the experiences that you have shaped that have shaped you up until now, and what you can do to get past it and overcome it and become a better person. So I know confronting your past is a very challenging thing, and not everyone wants to necessarily do it, and it is a very uncomfortable experience. So again, if staying in your comfort zone is what you want to do and you're not willing to get uncomfortable, 100% coaching is not for you. And definitely in my coaching program, there are some very difficult, tough, hard questions that I ask all my clients, and and they have to really own up and face their demons basically and battle them, which again goes very well into the next point. The final reason why coaching may not be what you need at this point in time is if you are not a fan of being held accountable or being told what you need to hear. A good coach who really has your best interests at heart will tell you the absolute truth, not just about you, but about your circumstance and your situation and everything. And this is not really to put you down or make you feel bad about yourself. It's because they want you to confront the truth and the reality of why you have got to where you are at the moment, and what you need to do, where your drawbacks are, where your blind spots are. That's one thing that coaches are very good at identifying. Where your blind spots are. What are your limiting beliefs? What is the way in which you've been programmed to perceive, understand, and behave and act in different ways? And what you should do in order to get out of that. So they will obviously not tell you need to do X, Y, Z, and by doing this you're going to be a different person completely. It doesn't work like that. It is a continuous process. So they will give you strategies, they will give you guidance, they'll give you tools, they will give you words of wisdom, things that they have learned, their own lessons as well. And they will sort of lay the foundation of what you should be doing as the client for them, and put everything into practice, and also they will make sure that you're actually not only doing it, but also sort of like reporting to them somehow, but also giving them that evidence, that proof that you have achieved what you have said that you wanted to achieve, and that you have progress in the area that you wish to see some sort of progress in. So that way, they will also know that, okay, whatever we are trying with this particular client is working, and if it's not, we might need to do something different. So it's not just an accountability for the client, it's also on their practice and what they're doing. So that's where accountability is what is huge, and that's why a lot of people like me, that's why I got myself a coach or two now at this point, so that I'm held accountable for whatever it is that I'm doing and whatever it is that I am trying and what's not working. And also, I guess, I needed that guidance, that support and everything like that. So those are the things that a really good coach will absolutely do. And a coach will not tell you what you want to hear. They will tell you what you need to hear. Just because you have paid them a lot of money, it doesn't mean that they will, just to keep you happy or just to sort of appease you, they will just sort of tell you what you want to hear, not what you need to hear. So that's really a good coach will be direct, they will be explicit, and they will be very upfront. And that's a big part of their professionalism and their ethics, and also for them to really do justice when they are helping and supporting them. So this concludes the video of what I wanted to actually cover today. Now, this is not to, again, completely turn you off coaching altogether. You may not be in the right place to actually do the work that coaching actually involves, or for whatever reason, or you may not be mentally or financially in a position to be able to do that. And that's okay, but this also gives you hopefully a clear understanding of what coaching is and what coaching isn't. So hopefully that has understood, that sort of cleared up some of the myths and some of the things that you did not possibly know about coaching, or if you learned something. I'd love to know if you've worked with a coach before, and how was that experience for you, or anything else about coaching. So please make sure that you leave your comments down in the comment section below, and also make sure that you hit the subscribe button and notification bell if you want to see videos like this that are published every single week. It's usually on a Friday morning or a Thursday night. And thank you very much, as always, for your time, attention, and presence and support, and I will see you same time next week.